Oh, this is funny. Putin is admitting that Russia is going through a difficult time, which probably means they're having a harder time taking over Ukraine than what they thought they would have, which is great.
Russian President Vladimir Putin says that his country is going through a, quote, difficult time as Ukrainian forces claim success on the battlefield. Putin's admission came during his Russia Day address to the nation. Ukraine's military says that it has made gains in the southeast, recapturing 3 frontline villages, and they continue to make advances on several fronts. Joining me now to discuss is Lieutenant General Mark Hertling, a CNN military analyst. General, welcome to the program. Good morning. So I want to start there with that new CNN reporting that we are seeing advances along certain areas of the border, Donetsk, for example, Zaporizhia. What do you make of that?
These are still not the main attack in my view, Rahel. This is still sort of the looking for places to attack. This is the very early stages of this offensive. And whenever you have an early stage, what you're doing is looking for an advantage and attempting to move the enemy forces around. Ukraine is doing that. They are probing in a variety of direction. The American public all knows now the military terms of shaping operations and probing and reconnaissance and force. That's what they're continuing to do. So you're seeing some tough fighting. Ukraine has entered into the first 2 of 4 complex obstacle belts, and they are having great success in liberating small villages. But we're going to see what's going to happen next, and I'll introduce you to 2 new phrases that we'll start using soon, and that's main attack and supporting attacks. That's what Ukraine will eventually do when they find out the best places to employ their reserves.
Yeah, and once the Ukrainian military is truly on the offensive, Russia will have no way of stopping them from advancing.
General, as you say, early days in this counteroffensive, we're about 1 week in, but CNN is reporting that, at least according to an open source intelligence analysis, that Ukraine has lost 16 of its armored vehicles from the U.S. That's about 15% of the 109 that the U.S. had provided. At this stage in the counteroffensive, early days, as you say, what do you think about that rate of loss there?
Whenever a force goes into an obstacle belt, like you're seeing Russia has built over the last 7 months, you're going to lose vehicles. You're going to, they're
I mean, the U.S. probably still has a ton of armored vehicles in reserve or in military graveyards that we can easily give to the Ukrainian military, and they would still be more than enough for the Russian military.
going to get destroyed, truthfully. Now, when we're talking about armored vehicles, we don't know what type of each kinds of armored vehicles. Are these Leo tanks that they've lost? Are they Bradley fighting vehicles? Are they Strykers? Are they HIMARS? We don't know. Ukraine is doing a very good job in terms of keeping operational security. But truthfully, Rahel, I think everyone's getting excited about the fact that Russia has shown a couple of pictures of what they claim are destroyed Ukrainian vehicles. But as heartless as this sounds, that is to be expected in the kind of operations Ukraine has conducted. They're on the offensive against a tough defensive belt. So you're going to lose some vehicles, and unfortunately, you're going to have casualties as well.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, the moment you do go on the offensive, you will have to expect some kind of losses as, they do firefights and stuff.
General, what do you make of Putin saying that this is a difficult time for Russia?
Yeah, that's fascinating. When I heard that report this morning, he has increasingly admitted some of the challenges that Russia is experiencing. Now, part of that is to generate additional support from the Russian people as he attempts to mobilize more forces or manufacture more vehicles, more ammunition, and do different things. So when he says it's a difficult time, he's basically signaling, I believe, to the Russian people that we have to step up the operations and that there will be more pain and suffering, whether it's in returned injured and killed Russian soldiers, or banks shutting down, or less goods on the market, or less opportunities for Russian people to do the kind of things that they're used to doing. So all of those things are signals from a politician to basically prepare for more losses and more damages to his government.